Hey guys, I'm Rudy coming at you live from sunny Palm Beach in Florida. I've somehow made over 400 videos without ever saying, hey, here's who I am. Let's fix that right now, shall we? So if you're curious about your host and why I'm passionate about sniffing out undervalued stocks, grab a coffee and let's pretend this is video number 1. 5 years ago, I launched this YouTube channel because Occidental Petroleum stock was so mispriced. It was practically begging for a spotlight. At $10 a share, it seemed too good to be true, almost like a clearance sale on Rolex. But spoiler, it wasn't. The company was about to issue warrants to common stockholders, and I saw a golden opportunity. After a few PowerPoint videos, that's how I started, I earned the nickname Mr. Oxy from a scrappy crew of energy stock fans, probably describing most of you. I shouted buy into the void, mostly, of course, to myself, if I'm being honest, especially at the start. But some of you watched and listened and turned pocket change into a small fortune. A few subscribers even hit $1 million jackpots with Oxy warrants. I've gotten some texts over the years saying thanks for the new car or I'm debt free. Those messages, that's really why I keep hitting record. So let's clear the air. Like any other content creator on YouTube, I've been called a grifter, a scammer, and even a conspiracy nut. But I keep those comments framed for a chuckle, because who doesn't love a fan club with creative nicknames? But here's the truth, guys. I don't shill stocks for cash. I never have, and I never will. I don't sell memberships, I don't sell courses, and I don't sell books. Once, a CEO I interviewed donated $250 to our charity. That's it. My mission is simple: share insights on undervalued companies to help you future-proof your finances, all while supporting good causes through our charity, Memory Trees. That's what I do. I'm a value investor and a philanthropist. I'm the co-founder of Memory Trees, a public charity I've run with my family since 2011. Think of it as Robin Hood with better spreadsheets and maybe fewer tights. How's that for a definition? So for 14 years, I've hunted undervalued companies with big potential to grow our foundation's coffers for causes that matter. But you might be wondering, where did this all start? Well, if you're interested, here's my backstory. I was born in Belleville, a small blue-collar town near Cape Town, South Africa. The youngest of 5 kids, with a 14-year age gap to my oldest sibling. We were dirt poor. Think of it like a hot meal is a Michelin star experience poor. I lost my dad at 5 and my mum at 12, leaving me essentially homeless for much of my first 20 years. No home, no car, no furniture, just the clothes on my back. Those were my possessions. After being orphaned, I bounced between a couple of caretakers until my oldest brother took me in. And for the most part, my siblings and I, we're all just scraping by. A South African Railways scholarship got me into university for a bachelor's degree in accounting. Possibly the dullest career choice ever for me. But the scholarship covered tuition and housing, but I ended up selling encyclopedias door to door to be able to afford anything or everything else. So picture me in the 80s, pre-internet, pitching education for your kids to parents who couldn't say no. Of course not. How could they say no to me? Door-to-door sales, though, taught me some grit, cold calling, handling objections, and closing deals. Skills no classroom could ever match. But then the Army interrupted my studies, calling me up in my early 20s. As an ops medic, I got food, clothing, and a bed, a luxury trifecta for a kid who had nothing. After my service, I landed a job selling legal drugs for a little company you might know, Johnson & Johnson. Big Pharma taught me a hard truth, though. Their business thrives on keeping people dependent on meds, not curing them. Lessons learned. A few years later, I joined my brother's retail business, turning a bankrupt franchise that he had originally bought for $250 in today's money into a tidy little sum over a 10-year period. But I was ready for a bigger challenge. So my family and I decided to emigrate, and we left South Africa for Toronto, Canada. Starting over with no job, no credit, no network. Brutal. I struggled at first, but after a few years, I landed a sales role with a payroll company. And that gave me an opportunity to learn the compensation game and the related tax game. And a few years later, as EVP, Executive Vice President of Global Sales for a stock compensation startup, my team and I helped grow it from $5 million to $100 million in annual revenue. In 2019, Morgan Stanley acquired that company for $900 million, giving shareholders a happy dance. Here's my pro tip: always grab company stock if you can. It's like planting a money tree. But fast forward to today. I'm a full-time investor, and I help Debbie, my wife, to run memory trees, not money trees. Although, to be fair, we're pretty good at growing those as well. So where have I been? Since November, I've been back to school. Geeking out in mining school, that is. We attended the Swiss Mining Institute in Zurich, the Mining Indaba in Cape Town, South Africa, and the Rick Rule Symposium in Palm Beach, Florida. But we're not done yet. In September, Debbie and I will hit the Denver Gold Group's Mining Forum Americas. That's our last one for the year. We're diving into precious and industrial metals, gold, silver, copper, rare earths, while diversifying into small cap miners in places like Canada, Colombia, Ghana, and beyond. You might be wondering to yourself, well, what about energy stocks? Well, simply put, we still love them. Oil and gas are Mother Earth's cash machines. So what we're doing right now is just mixing it up and diversifying a little bit. If you're an investor in general, but especially a professional athlete, or especially a mining and energy company executive uplifting local communities, or just someone who loves a good deal, you can check out Memory Trees in the link below if you'd like to connect at a more personal level. We're not a hedge fund chasing fees. We're all about making a difference. And by the way, subscribe to our channel. It's free. And for as long as I'm here, there'll be no mid-roll ads, ever. What can you expect? Well, some spicy stock tips from time to time, an occasional CEO interview, and tips to spot the next undervalued gem. Let's hunt for the hidden treasures in the market jungle together. Come on, just join the ride. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with more good stuff that you might like. Take care.